On the 1st of July 2026, there are a number of changes to superannuation in the Single Touch Payroll program. Our program has been adapted to include these changes and has received accreditation from the Australian Taxation Office. So let's have a look at what these changes are and what changes you need to make in the program. Firstly, let's go and have a look at the maintenance, employees and active employees list. Now, we need to go into each thing and we'll see now that there is a tab called superannuation to the employee details. It asks for the name of the super fund, the super fund reference, their member number, and also the bank account details for that particular superannuation fund. Once you've inserted that information, then you have completed stage 1. Now, when we go into a payday, and we'll have a look at this one here, the 11th of July, because remember it is taking place after the 1st of July. Now, these are 5 different employees. They were part of the accreditation program with the Taxation Office, and they have their gross pay, the tax, and also it calculates how much superannuation on that particular pay. Now, part of the changes are that superannuation needs to be paid to the superannuation funds on or within a very short period, like 7 days after the payday, must be sent to the superannuation fund. Now, over here, there is a column called PD qualified, and it tells you how much of the pay was needed to calculate the superannuation amount. So they can be quite vastly different, and that's because of allowances and things like that that have to be taken into account. For the time being, you don't need to know about that, but we're leaving it in there just for the time being, so that if there are any issues, we can quickly go back and check. So again, once you have accepted that, you send the details to the Taxation Office, and you will get your message, whether there's any issues or not, the date that was transmitted, and all the other details. But this is the important one: the ATO status code must be success. So if there is a red button, you click on it and it goes away and asks for the Taxation Office to assess your pay packet. Now, if we go back to the payday again, once the payday has happened and been approved, you go back and print the superannuation, and there it lists the employees, their reference numbers, and the various amounts of super that have to be paid on their behalf. At present, we don't have an automatic bank transfer built into the program. We are looking at that to see whether it's feasible for us to do that. But in the meantime, you can print that out and use that to pay the amounts to the superannuation fund. Remember that it has to be done within 7 days of the actual payday, because there are penalties involved if superannuation is not paid on time. That pretty much completes what is required to be changed. Everything else that is a change is built within the program, and you don't need to know about that. It's just part of the calculation process. So, thank you for watching this tutorial. Goodbye.